Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin-yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Saturday, February 24th, around 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 2023. We had a major M flare, 6.8, kicking off the sun. It is ongoing, and there is a coronal mass ejection associated with it. Also, we are experiencing a proton event currently. We'll get into more of that later in the show, but the big story. Approaching multi-day storm could drop an additional 5 feet of snow at Lake Tahoe. Ho, ho, ho. Keep calm. It is boom time. Parts of Metro LA are still under a historic blizzard warning as heavy snow and rain pummel the region. Snowfalls in LA and thousands are still without power, and there are also several roads closed and flooded across the Southland. Here we are at Power Outage US, where you can see the big winter chicken dinner is still Michigan from that ice storm. 388,000 without power. Over 8,000 power lines down from that ice storm. That is, in fact, a record number for Michigan. And currently over 100,000 without power in California. Those numbers will increase as the storm continues. Talking about snow, there are huge amounts of snow up in Steamboat. It's one of the other areas with just about as much snow as we have here up on the divide. And let's take a look at how much snow they have.
Steamboat, where digging out is getting harder and harder to do with fewer spots to place that snow.
The city of Steamboat Springs plows all of the snow from in town, takes it out of town, and puts it into giant piles like the one I'm standing on. This one's about 3 stories tall, but they're starting to get worried that they're going to run out of space.
I'm getting nervous about that. We're pushing up as vertical as we can.
But where else can you put it when it keeps falling?
You could take
Wow.
that snow and fill a football field 35 foot tall.
Normally they get 60 to 70,000 yards of snow in a season. This year,
We're already at 80,000 yards, and I've got the rest of February and March to go.
but with each snowfall, it's more building materials for Harris Green and his incredible snow fort.
It takes a lot
This
of
is
snow,
awesome.
but, and then fortunately this year we've had a lot of it.
He's got it all. Ice tunnel, fire pit, bar, antelope with Mardi Gras beads, shot ski, and at night, it looks magical.
As I build it up, I'll stick string lights in, so then the whole wall ends up kind of glowing.
So while the neighborhood is being dug out by David Van Winkle's crew with the city, with snow drifts almost covering stop signs, Green will be in here, collecting more snow to build out his fort.
I believe it helps my marriage.
And there you have it. There is more snow to come. Let's check out the snowfall analysis for the last 48 hours. Hours of powers, the big winter chicken dinner up here in the northeast of Utah, where they got 4 feet or more, as well as 4 feet or more for the southern and central Sierras there. So 2 big areas of snow, and more snow is on the way. Multiple winter storms to continue to impact the western U.S. A winter storm will continue to move through California today, then into the Four Corners region on Sunday, bringing significant mountain snow, strong winds with blizzard conditions, lower elevation snow where snow is unusual and well below normal temperatures. Additional winter storms will cross the Pacific Northwest on Sunday and early next week, likely bringing additional rounds of heavy precipitation. And wait till you see the models for the Northeast. Like a beast. Look at these models out to March 13th. That is a huge swath of 4 feet or more. And so these nor'easters are coming right on schedule. I said March 5th was my prediction 8 weeks ago about a blizzard hitting the Northeast, and it's happening 1 day prior. So there you have it. Let's walk it through. Here is your Sunday fun day. That's the snow moving into the Pacific Northwest by Monday, and a storm developing here in the Four Corners region. That is going to pop over, brings the first round of snow to the northeast, including North Michigan and northern Wisconsin there. Another system moving through here right there. Friday, March 2nd, it will develop and into the 3rd and 4th. Look at that snow for the Northeast. Heavy snow for the Poconos, the Catskills, the Adirondacks, Vermont, New Hampshire, all the way up into Maine. It's insane, with more heavy snow for the Sierras, and the snow doesn't appear to be stopping anytime soon. And thems are the models. Seismic update. We did have a 6.2 in Papua New Guinea with no seismic, no tsunami alerts. So that's good news. Some aftershocks happening there. Another large rumbler 6.0 in Japan. But other than that, no other quakes of note. Some mid-ocean ridge activity. A very rare quake up here in the UK. Hey. 3.4. So that's some interesting stuff happening there as well. And we do have some volcanoes to update you on. Karangitang volcano in northern Indonesia. The actively growing new lava dome still spewing. We reported on that the other day. And we have Edgecumbe volcano, eastern Alaska. Seismic swarm continuing there, with the seismic swarm continuing at Trident, which could be a VEI-3 eruption. Speaking of eruptions, an M6.3 solar flare and eruption just occurred. It's still happening, actually. Let's take a look at it. And there you can see the radio blackout. There you can see the active region that the flare is going to come from. There you can see the magnetic field lines in the raised umbra. And so this isn't the entire video because this was taken earlier during the event. But look at how a piece of plasma comes right out there towards... Oh my goodness. So a big event, bigger than the last event. And in fact, there it is, still ongoing. Large, long duration M flare, M6.3 after the M3.7 exactly 24 hours ago. The 3-day geomagnetic forecast has been updated. KP5 max on February 26th. KP6 max G2 geomagnetic storm for February 27th. February 28th, G1 KP5, and that then for this flare, if it is headed our way, will be even higher, maybe back to G6 or G3, KP6 or KP7. So stay tuned for the updates as we get more telemetry from this moderately large long duration flare. So we're over here at ISWA, and they have an imaged a very large CME smashing Earth. There, boom. Let's see what the date is on that impact. 27th, 28th, that may be the M6.3. I don't know if this is updated, but something definitely going to be happening soon. And what's happening right now is the GOES 16 proton flux showing we are above the warning level. So currently there is a proton event happening. Let's update this. Yeah, you can see it's ongoing. So we'll stay up there for quite some time as the radio blackout is continuing. So that's what's going on during this event. We'll keep a close eye on the solar wind here. Still quite low, so we're nowhere near going into geomagnetic storm yet. But telemetry is showing an increase. It is moving up. And take a look. This is over on our Twitter feed at the scale and size of this storm pumping snow into California. Absolutely amazing. The power of weather. So check out ORP at Diamond the Dave at Twitter and follow us, please. Help support the work we're doing there. Over at Science Alert, the white specks in this image aren't stars or galaxies, they're black holes. Alrighty. Speaking of black holes, Texas and Michigan officials say they don't know water and soil from the Ohio train wreck would be transported there, especially into their jurisdictions. So they're going to take the toxic waste from one place, and they're going to drive it across the country and dump it someplace else. Brilliant. Well, what's actually brilliant is the night sky. Venus and Jupiter will be in conjunction, and they will dazzle sky watchers during March. All you have to do is look up right after sunset to the southwest, and it should be spectacular. Also on the spectacular list will be Leah and I's radio show tonight on Magnetic Reversal News, Comet Impact, 536 AD, kicking off the late antique Little Ice Age, the beginning of the Dark Ages, and more. We talk about our new hypothesis, which is all-encompassing in all the science, and it should be quite interesting. So it'll be linked after this video and linked below, and also in the first a comment below. And that's a boom to knowledge. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. I hope you got something out of the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. Become a Patreon. Support the work we do. We love you. Be safe. Oh yeah, if you're a Patreon, everything is commercial free.